Hello, class, receiving teachers and students.
Hello, Mr. Kanao.
Thank you very much. You may be seated. Now, receiving students and class, welcome to this year's program of science. This year we'll be taking you for science. I have here with me some of the teachers who will also be taking you apart from me. Okay, so class and receiving students, I will let them to introduce themselves to you.
Hello, teachers and students. I am Antonia Manahave, Curriculum Officer coordinating the sites. We help the teachers with the content to teach the students.
Hello, receiving students and the model class. I am Miss Godwa. This year I am going to be your science model teacher. It's nice having you all, and we hope that this year we will enjoy science as we go through. Thank you.
Hello, receiving students and teachers, and 6E, our model class. I'm one of the science model teachers, and my name is Mr. Kodogi. So I will be taking you for this year's science TV model lessons. Thank you.
Hello, receiving students and teachers and model class. My name is Mr. Raghu, and I'll be taking you for science. Thank you.
Thank you very much, receiving students and teachers. That will be, those are all the teachers and officers involved in bringing this science program to you. Now, receiving students, I am Mr. Kanao, and I will be taking you for science as well as the other teachers that you have seen. Okay, good. Right, science. Receiving students and class. What do you think when you see the word science? What do you think of when you see the word science? Receiving students, you may tell your teacher. Class, can anyone tell me what they think of when they see the word science? Receiving students, you can say anything that comes into your head, and class also. It doesn't have to be right, it doesn't have to be wrong. You say what you think science is. Okay, let's hear from Vanessa. Vanessa? What do you think of when you see the word science? Receiving students, I hope you are telling your teacher. Good. Let's hear from Tahila.
Nature thinks.
Again,
Nature thinks.
nature
Thinks.
thinks. Okay, nature thinks. Good. Anybody else? Nature thinks, yeah. Okay, when Tahila see the word science, she thinks of nature things, or things in the nature. Anyone else? Uvao. Receiving students, I hope you are telling your teacher lots of things. Right, we're going to hear from Uvao.
Everything that is in the world.
Thank you very much. Everything that is in the world. Right, I hope you have, receiving students, I hope you have given some answers to your teacher. Model class came up with two, things in the nature and everything that is in the world. Very good. Now, receiving teachers and students, and as well as the class, I would now like you to, in your groups, you are going to brainstorm what science is. What you think science is. You are going to be doing this by drawing up a chart. So, receiving students and class, you're going to be drawing up chart. I would like you to draw chart, and on that chart you are going to say what you think science is. Now, this is what you are going to be doing. You have a circle in the middle there, and the question, what I think science is. And then you list down all the things that you think of science. Okay, so receiving students in class, this is what you are going to be doing. Receiving students, if you do not have charts, you can write that in your exercise books. Good, you do that now. You are going to do that, and you write down what I think science is. Now, we are going to use Tahila's example as what she thinks science is. What did you say, Tahila? Right, we are going to use Tahila's example as one of the points there. So, what did you say, Tahila?
Nature things. Nature things. Nature things.
Nature things. Nature things. Okay, so that's her example there. You can do something like that. Now, right, you discuss in your groups and you discuss in your groups and you start doing that now. class and receiving students, it doesn't mean you write down lots of things. You write down whether 4, 5 things that you think science is. And discuss and get that down in your groups. All right, class. Receiving, all right, class and receiving students. By now, most of you would have completed your diagram. Now we are going to hear from Analolo, Emmanuel, and Ashanti what their group have come up with. We'll hear first from Analolo.
What I think science is about: universe, people, buildings, cars, and animals.
Thank you very much, Analolo and the group. They think science is about cars, animals, buildings, people, and so forth. Okay, receiving students, we are going to hear from Emmanuel. I hope you wrote down some of those things. Now, Emmanuel, let's hear from your group.
What we think science is about is trees, animals, sun, plants, volcanoes, moon, and humans. That's all.
Whoa, thank you very much. They've got volcanoes and moons and other things. Thank you. Give them a clap. Receiving students, I hope you have some list in that case. Now let us hear from Ashanti's group. Ashanti. Okay, let us hear from Ashanti's group and what they have come up with.
What our group were discussing about science were nature things, chemicals, people around us, water, animals, and the earth.
Okay, they've got nature things, water, people, chemicals, and the earth as a whole. They've got all different things that they came up with. Very good. Now, receiving students and class, our next activity, those are what you think science is. Science has been with us for a very long time. Even during our traditional days, there was science. Even during our traditional days, there was science. And now, the second part of the activity, class and receiving students, I would like you to do up this table quickly. We also have traditional knowledge. In our own villages, we've got traditional knowledge. Now, what you're going to do is you will copy down this table as quickly as possible. Receiving teacher, you can copy this table down quickly on the board so your class can do the work. Right, we have a table on the traditional knowledge. We have the table there. We have traditional knowledge there. We have 3 columns here. On these 3 columns, the first one is the traditional knowledge. Now, making fire is a traditional knowledge. What do people do what do people do or know? What they do when making fire is choose two special kinds of wood and rub one very hard against the other. Okay, that's an example there. And how is this useful? Of course, fire is needed to cook food, to keep warm, and to make pottery. Right, you are going to complete the other three blank spaces. That is what you are going to do now. Okay, class and receiving students. Now, receiving students and class, while one of your friends is drawing out the table, the rest of you should have discussed what you're going to fill in those columns there. Under traditional knowledge, what people do or know, and how is that knowledge useful to the people back in your own communities, that is. Right, receiving students and class. By now, most of you still have the other tables to go, but from the model class, we are going to hear from Jordan, Tahila, and Elizabeth. They're going to give what they had in their groups. So, Jordan, Nelly, and Elizabeth. Let's hear from Jordan.
Hunting. For hunting, you will need a bow and arrow and a dog. People need meat to eat. They can't eat vegetables.
Right, very good. That's from Jordan's group. Hunting, traditional knowledge. Now, very good. That is from Jordan's group. Hunting, a traditional knowledge, and people use bows and arrows, and they go hunting for meat. Let's hear from Nelly. All right, let's hear from
Traditional knowledge, building houses. What do people do or know? Collecting materials from the bush. How is this useful? House is used for shelter.
Thank you. Okay, building houses there. People collect materials from the bush. And how is this useful? House is useful for shelter. Now let's hear one last one from Elizabeth.
Traditional knowledge, making garden. What do people do or know? Using sticks and sharp stones. How is this useful? Harvesting food for the family to eat.
Very good. Making garden. And that's for people, they use sticks and sharp stones to make gardens, and that is useful for the family. Now, receiving students, when you looked around, you saw that most of the model, in the model class, they had most of them had one there. You can take the rest home and do that as your homework. Your teacher will correct that and put that up for you. With that, thank you very much, class and receiving students, for your participation.